On your mark, get ready, start.
Broadcasting from California and Delaware, this is the Hard Rocking Trivia Show. And here are your hosts, Mark and Danny.
All right, boys and girls, time for the Hard Rocking Trivia Show. Brought to you by Nobody. Okay, here we go.
Yes, Nobody.
In the latest episode, we're going to play some rapid fire. We're going to do something we have never done before. We're going to, before that, we're going to have Danny's going to tell us about his Queensryche experience in Delaware.
Yep.
We're going to do something called a Timewarp Concert Review from 1981. We're going to talk about when we saw Iron Maiden with Paul Dianno so many years ago. And we'll finish it off with 6 and 30. And,
all right.
So let's just jump into it. Let's play some rapid fire. All right, Danny, you ready for play some rapid fire?
I guess so. I've sucked at this recently, but let's see.
I have a feeling you're not going to suck this time, okay?
All right, good.
Everybody else at home or in grandma's basement or in your truck, wherever, play along. Here we go. Question number 1. After leaving Queensryche, guitarist Chris DeGarmo changed careers and became what?
Oh, man.
Yeah, he just left the business, but he became something. He was very successful at it.
I'm going to say a real estate agent.
Incorrect.
Dang it.
He was a business jet pilot.
Really?
So he probably made more money being a business jet pilot than in being Queensryche, even though he's a primary songwriter.
Yeah.
Smart guy.
I don't know. Queensryche probably made some good money, but I don't know. Those private jet pilots make some good money.
Yeah. Consistent. I mean, Queensryche had that in between Operation Mindcrime and Empire. Yeah, they did pretty well, but they're not selling 18 million albums a year. So
No, and we'll talk about the concert I went to last week. We'll talk a little bit about Queensryche.
All right, that'll be a little foreshadowing for you. So hang on, Queensryche fans. It's going to happen for you.
All right, question number 1 for you. Who sang the majority of lead vocals on the Ted Nugent album Free For All?
That would be Meatloaf.
Damn it, that's correct.
You've asked me that before. And I've probably asked you that before.
I never asked that because I had no idea when I was looking that up. I was like, what? Because I was looking up the song Free For All because it's a great song. And then I saw the track listing and Meatloaf lead vocals on 5 of the 9 songs.
Yeah. I guess Ted and Derek St. Holmes weren't getting along. And Derek left, and then they brought Meatloaf in, and then they brought Derek back, and then...
Yeah, Derek sang 2, Ted sang 2, and Meatloaf sang 5.
Yeah.
And I haven't really heard any of the Meatloaf songs. I need to go listen to those, but... Because the hits off that album are Ted and Derek songs.
Yeah, it's not... I mean, Meatloaf is a great singer. He's not being overly operatic on those Ted Nugent songs, but they're good quality tunes. But, yeah, Ted had a huge ego in the 70s and rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, and he wanted all the credit. And later on, he figured out, I really needed those guys, especially Derek.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Derek St. Holmes is a great singer.
Yeah, he is. I got to see him many times.
Nice.
All right, here we go. Question number 2 for you. Name the 3 artists that drummer Mickey D has played with. 3 major ones. All metal.
Okay. I know he did Motorhead.
Yes, that's 1.
He's in the Scorpions now, right?
Yes, that's 2. So who did he start with?
Who did he start with? Oh, man.
It's a guy that we're not really big fans of, put it that way. But he's got a name and he's still around. He's infamous.
Oh, and he's a metal guy?
Yeah. He was the lead singer of a band, and then he went out on his own under his own name, which is also the name of the band.
I've got this in my head. John Bon Jovi.
No! Really?
I know that's not right.
Incorrect.
I know that was Tico Torres.
I'll give you a hint.
It was a Merciful Fate.
Yeah, but who was the lead singer of Merciful Fate?
Oh, King Diamond.
Yeah, he was the drummer in King Diamond.
Wow.
Yeah, I got to see Merciful Fate live once. Once.
You won't make that mistake again?
It was Exciter, Merciful Fate, and Motorhead at the Hollywood Palladium.
Wow.
Exciter was great. Merciful Fate, I couldn't take the voice. Ooh, the band was great, but I could not take King Diamond's high falsetto lyric. I mean, and Motorhead.
Yeah. And
it was the four-piece Motorhead with Wurzel. They were awesome.
Oh, man, I bet that was great.
It was. But we'll have more on old concerts later in the episode. So
later in the episode. All right, question number 2 for you. Who plays harmonica on the Sabbath song "The Wizard"?
Ooh.
The beginning goes. Wow.
I'm gonna guess is it Ozzy?
Yes, it is Ozzy.
Oh, I thought you were gonna throw a trick question like it was Huey Lewis or somebody like that.
No, I was thinking that Ozzy doing it would be the trick question because he's not really known for his instrumentation.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. What else has he ever played on? He's never played guitar. Did he ever play tambourine on something?
I'd probably maybe maracas.
Congos.
Hand claps.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so right now you are 0 for 2.
You're not giving me that last one, huh?
No, you said Merciful Fate. Well, you said Bon Jovi first. I'll tell you what. I'll give you two-thirds. So you got two-thirds. And I'm at what? 2?
2.
All right, question 3 for you, and this is the hardest of the 3.
Oh, great.
All right. This is a match thing, so I'm going to give you. All right. You match the German band with the city they are from. Okay?
Whoa, Jesus.
I'm going to give you 3 bands and 3 cities and see if you can match them.
Okay.
Okay? Halloween, Rammstein, and Scorpions. And now we're the 3 cities. You ready?
Okay.
Berlin, Hamburg, and Hanover. All right, first thing off, where is the Scorpions from? Hanover, Hamburg, or Berlin?
I'm going to say Hamburg.
Incorrect.
Dang it.
All right, where's Rammstein from?
Hanover.
Incorrect.
I'm going to guess the Scorpions are from Hanover.
Yes, Scorpions are from Hanover. Halloween is from Hamburg, and Rammstein is from Berlin.
All right.
All right, so 0 for 3.
Yeah,
you're 2/3 of a
3.
point. Point
Yeah.
667. All right, you got one more for me, right?
I should have gone to see Rammstein when they were here last time.
Yeah.
They played at the Eagle Stadium.
I heard it's great.
The videos I saw were great.
Yeah, I got to go too. I've never seen them.
All right, question 3 for you. All right, who was in The Firm?
Paul Rogers,
Yep.
Jimmy Page,
Yep.
Chris Slade,
Yep.
and the damn bass player, the Fretless Wonder.
He's awesome.
And his name escapes me right now. And he was in Blue Murder.
Yep.
He still plays, and he's still great.
He plays with that blues guitar player now.
What the hell?
Kenny Wayne Shepherd.
Oh, my God. And I've seen him at a Def Leppard show before where he was just hanging out a couple rows ahead of me. What the hell's his name? Give me the first letter of his first name.
T.
Tony Franklin.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. There you go.
Oh, my God. That was tough. Woo.
I didn't think you'd get Chris Slade.
I knew that. I don't know why I knew that. Chris Slade, but they were talking about Chris Slade on another show, and they brought that up. I just happened to come across that. So that was total luck. So this week, I absolutely slaughtered you in rapid fire.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, but things could change real quick when we get down to our last particular bit. But before we do that, we're going to go to commercial break and come back with a live review of Danny seeing Queensryche in Delaware.
All right, welcome back from the commercial. I want to talk about a show I went to a couple weeks ago at the Queen in Wilmington, Delaware. The Queen's a fairly small venue. It's got a couple different rooms. There's like a little acoustic bar kind of area, and then there's a larger room downstairs that used to be a movie theater. But the place was built in 1789.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's an old place. It was a hotel for a very long time. And then around 1916, it was changed into a movie theater.
Silent movie theater.
Yeah, apparently. And then since then, it's been repurposed to a bunch of different things. It's got a fairly large theater, which is where Queensryche played, that holds about 1,200 people. No seats. Well, there are seats in the balcony, but then no seats on the floor. And it's also got another like acoustic bar kind of place, and then meeting rooms upstairs. So it's a whole big thing, but I only cared about the concert venue that we went to. Saw Queensryche, and the guy that opened for them, I wrote down his name because he was great. Jared James Nichols.
Oh, I've heard of him.
Yeah, it was really good. He played a Les Paul, no pick or anything. He finger picked everything. It's really good. The guy is enormous. He's like 6'5". He made the Les Paul look like a little toy, like one of those little blow up guitars. He just is huge.
Yeah, I think.
And he's a bodybuilder.
Wow, I had no idea.
Yeah, big dude. But yeah, he was great. A lot of energy. Looked like he was just happy being there, doing what he was doing. And he came out and hung out at his merch table between sets. And after the show, we walked right by him. And the guy's enormous, but he was great. So if you have a chance to see him, go check him out. Jared James Nichols.
Okay. Was the place packed? Was there a lot of people there, or is it?
No, it was not packed at all.
Oh, okay.
We got there about half an hour before the show started. I'm thinking, I wanted to get there earlier. My brother and one of his sons came. And so I was wanting to get there sooner, but we went and got dinner, and there was some traffic and all this. So anyway, we walk in. There's about maybe 30 people in there.
No.
So we walked right up to the front, right up against the barrier to the stage. So for the opener, I thought, okay, well, we'll be here. If I reached my arm out, I could touch the stage over the barrier wall. But yeah, I haven't been that close in a while. So the opener played, and then by the time he was done, there were maybe 150 people.
Ooh.
So it didn't take long to turn the stage over. So I guess it was right at the hour, right at 9 o'clock, Queensryche came on. And probably there might have been 250 people, 300 maybe.
And a place that holds 1,200?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
yeah, I mean, there were people up against the barrier. And then behind me, there was a guy maybe 2 or 3 feet behind me. And then behind him, it was like 10 feet. There was no crowding whatsoever at all.
Did they close off the upper deck stairs? Or
no.
So people are sitting up there too?
Yeah, people sitting up there too. So I guess maybe with those people, there might have been 400.
Okay.
But there were not many people at all.
Oh, well.
So, but Queensryche came out. They were playing the entirety of their first EP and The Warning. And from the very beginning, I was like, if Todd La Torre hits that note at the beginning of Queen of the Reich. That's going to determine how the night goes, and it was perfect. It was like, holy crap, this guy. And the whole night, he was on the whole night. It was unbelievable. Hit every note. Sounded just as good as Jeff Tate did back in the day. It was unreal. Yeah. I don't know if Jeff Tate can still do it or not, but Todd can.
According to YouTube, not as much as he used to. Yeah, Todd he started off as a drummer and found out he could sing. And good Lord, can he sing that Jeff Tate stuff. It's fantastic. I've never seen him. Yeah. Well, I've seen him once, but good Lord.
Did you see him with me at M3?
Yes, that's the only time I saw him with Todd LaTorre.
Yeah.
Good God. Yeah, because I saw Queensryche on their EP at the Reseda Country Club, and I saw them on the Warning Tour. That was Queensryche, their greatest until after Mindcrime. And yeah, but initially they were fantastic. So
they were so good.
And it's only 2 original guys now. How's everybody else?
Yeah, 2 original guys. The other guitar player used to play in Peter Criss's band.
Oh, okay.
I forgot his name.
Is that Mike Stone?
Mike Stone.
Yeah. I think he's also a producer or something like that.
He might be, but yeah, he was. And then their drummer was fantastic. I can't remember his name, but it was his birthday, so they brought him out and had a cake and all that stuff. Okay. So, but as far as the stage presence goes, I mean, they're not like jumping around, being all crazy and stuff like that. Well, they were just up there playing the songs.
They never were that. It was all about the songs. Now, here's the issue. Are they using backing tracks, or are they all singing? What do you think?
Well, I don't know. I think they're probably singing because they were all using the mics.
Okay.
And it sounded pretty good. It's kind of hard to hear, especially when you're up that close. I stayed in the same place for Queensryche, and I was right up in front of Michael Wilton. Like, he was 10 feet from me the whole entire night.
So you're checking out his fingers as he's playing?
Oh, yeah. There's no doubt that they're playing.
Yeah.
No question. Vocal backing tracks, maybe. I'm not too worried about the vocal backing tracks. The lead vocals and the, guitars and drums, that stuff I want live, of course.
Excellent.
Yeah, and it totally was. It was, and I've had the Warning in my head ever since seeing that concert.
Yeah, I got to revisit though. I haven't listened to them in a while, but I loved them back in the day.
Some of the song, it got a little, not knowing the Warning inside and out, it got a little bit like, oh, okay, come on. And then they played 2 other songs. They played Empire and Eyes of a Stranger.
Oh, I got another question for you. He hits the high note in Queen of the Reich. Does he hit the high note and take hold of flame?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Absolutely.
I couldn't, but
yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, he hit that hard. And he at one point he was holding the mic out for the crowd to do, and the crowd was responding. He said, and we knew what was coming up, one of these real high notes, and he said, "Don't worry about it, I got you." And then he hits that note. It's like, damn, that was good.
Yeah, wow,
so good.
Yeah, I remember Halford doing that back in the day, and we all lost our damn voice trying to sing with Halford.
And he just does it like nothing.
Yeah, jeez. Crowd, I'm thinking dudes in their 50s. What do you think? 40?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. My nephew, who's 19, was pretty much the youngest one there.
Okay.
Then there was one guy, I wanted to punch him so bad. He's probably in his 60s. Guy was standing, like, my brother and I were standing like right up against the barrier, and my nephew was right behind me. And behind my brother was this guy. He had his phone up, and he's watching the whole entire show through his phone.
Ugh.
I guess he was taping it or recording it or whatever. The band is 10 feet in front of you, and he's looking at it through his phone.
Yeah, I don't get
What the hell, man?
I appreciate when people, put a song out there and put it on YouTube and stuff. Why would you want to film it looking at your phone when you got the band right there? It kind of defeats the experience.
The entire show. Not like, I sent you 2 clips.
Yeah. About a minute and a half, right? That was good enough. I do the same for you.
Yeah. I wanted to show you, hey, I'm right up front. I was right up front. No question.
Yeah, you were. It's like, geez, you can look up Todd LaTorre's nose. Jeez.
If I wanted to. Yeah, he came over on our side a lot of times.
Yeah, he's a little guy too.
Yeah, he is. Especially compared to the guy that was opening.
James Nicholson. I had no idea the guy was a giant. Wow.
Oh, he is huge. And he's rock solid, man.
Is he more rock or is he blues?
Definitely bluesy rock, I'll say.
Okay, because I think I've sent some albums to you, but I've never listened to them, so.
Yeah, he was good. And I really appreciated that he was really into it and he was enjoying himself. It wasn't like he's up there being all moody and all that. He was loving what he's doing. His band was good. Just straight ahead blues type band. Not quite as bluesy as Stevie Ray Vaughan. Maybe more like Skynyrd. But
okay,
I'm not a fan of Skynyrd at all. But more in that vein, I guess.
Okay, I remember saw a guy named Johnny Lang open for I think Van Halen a long time ago, and Johnny Lang was like 17, and he sounded like a 45-year-old blues player. It's like,
yeah, Johnny Lang's great. I've seen him a couple times at the Grand.
Yeah,
it's like really good.
It's like this is
but he finished. They finished with War Pigs.
Really,
which is cool. Yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
So this is a tour that what Queensryche is doing throughout the U.S. Basically doing the EP and the Warning, which is old school people. Yeah, go ahead and check this out.
Absolutely.
I don't know if they're playing around here, so. I don't know.
Like I said, the middle of the Warning is kind of blah, especially if you're not really familiar with all the songs. You're like, okay, can we get how about just doing a little bit of Mindcrime, maybe something. So they threw us a bone and did Eyes of a Stranger at the end.
Yeah.
And Empire was great too.
Oh, cool. Definitely.
Yeah, great show. I would definitely, if you're a Queensryche fan, definitely go check it out and just stare in wonder at Todd LaTorre watching him sing. It is fantastic.
Wow. All right. So Danny's giving it the stamp of approval. Go see Queensryche.
Yep, two thumbs up for sure.
All right, cool. So we're going to take a quick break now, and then we're going to come back with a new bit we're going to call Timewarp Concert Review.
Let's do the Timewarp thing.
Yeah, we're going to cut that part out. All right, boys and girls, we're back, and we're going to do a new bit here on the Hard Rockin' Trivia Show. We're going to call this the Timewarp Concert Review. So we're going to take you back in time when Danny and I went to concerts years and years ago.
Years in high school.
Yeah, so we're doing this for a reason because Paul Dianno passed away recently, and he was kind of a big deal for us back in the days because Danny and I, when we were in high school, we bonded over certain bands, Kiss and Iron Maiden mostly.
Yeah, those are the big ones.
Yeah, so we're going to take you back to a place called the Cap Center in Largo, Maryland, which was...
Largo, Maryland, yep.
Yeah, it's where the Washington Bullets used to play and the Washington Capitals used to play hockey and basketball.
Yeah, I don't know if the thing is still even around.
No, they tore it down years ago.
Did they?
Yeah, a long time ago. It's long been gone. But if you want to also reference, there's a movie out there you can see on YouTube now called Heavy Metal Parking Lot. Have you ever seen that?
Nope.
It's filmed at the Cap Center in the parking lot for a Judas Priest Dawkins show, and they interviewed all these guys the same kind of people we hung out with in the 80s. Watch it, heavy metal parking lot, and you go, oh my God, we look like that and sounded like that. Yeah, it's everybody we went to high school with. Totally worth seeing. So Danny and I was, it was during the summer. It was right before my senior year, right before Danny's sophomore year, and we found out, got tickets to see Judas Priest and Iron Maiden. Priest was on the Point of Entry tour, but we were really going for Iron Maiden was on their Killers tour. It's like, yes, we're going to see Maiden. We were fans since day one. We had the debut album. We were hooked. Maiden had a big buzz. It was a big deal for us. One of the things looking back at this, because I looked at where this tour was playing, Priest was playing. Back then, radio station, everything was regional. So most of this tour was played in clubs, in small theaters. But certain pockets of the States, like in Southern California, arenas, Texas arenas, but most of the East Coast, like in New York, they played the Palladium.
Jeez.
But they played 3 nights at the Palladium.
Okay, all right.
And we were also lucky because on this on the Point of Entry tour for Priest, the opening band on the West Coast was Savoy Brown.
Oh, geez.
I couldn't name one Savoy Brown. Frickin'.
No.
And after that, it was Humble Pie and Iron Maiden opening for Priest. Then it
Humble Pie would have been all right.
Yeah. Humble Pie and the last legs of Humble Pie. Steve Marriott still worth it. Then it was just Priest and Maiden for most of the dates. And then some of the dates toward the end, it was Priest, Maiden, and early Whitesnake. Now that would have been killer.
Oh, that would have been good.
So what we just got Maiden and Priest. And at the time back then, way back when we listened to the radio stations back then, we had a rock station called DC 101. And do you think they played Priest or Maiden?
No.
Not even.
Not much.
Never. So it was weird that Priest and Maiden were playing the Cap Center, which was, about 16,000, 17,000, an arena.
Yeah, it was the biggest one in the D.C. area.
Yeah. And in this place, Largo, Maryland, is pretty much halfway between D.C. and Baltimore. But in Baltimore, do you remember the name of the radio station in Baltimore? The rock station?
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, I can see the sign with the lightning bolt.
It's a number.
Yeah.
Blank Rock.
98 Rock.
98 Rock, Baltimore. Now, that station, which we could get sometimes at night, did play metal. They played Maiden and they played Priest. But DC 101, I think DC 101 probably still plays the same music they played in 1980.
Probably so.
Yeah, it's boring.
They were all hard rock playing Bon Jovi.
Yeah, ooh, and they probably don't even play them anymore. They're back to playing here's Leonard Skinner and Rush and the Allman Brothers. Okay,
right.
Same stuff. Same. But anyway, so we got lucky. We got to see Iron Maiden playing an arena with the Killers lineup, which features the deceased Paul Dianno, the deceased Clive Burr.
Yep.
And of course, we got Steve Harris on bass and guitar players. Only 2 at this time.
Yeah, only 2.
Dave Murray and the new guy, Adrian Smith. So, and believe it or not, this place was full for this. When Maiden hit the stage, this place was full.
I remember there were a lot of people there. Yeah.
Again, surprising us.
We were off to the side. If you were standing on stage, we were to the left, like directly to the left.
Yeah.
We had a kind of a side view. It was a great view. We could see the whole band. We couldn't see the bass player for Judas Priest at all.
Yeah.
Because he stood in the back behind some amps. But, we had a great view of watching Clive Burr play, the whole band. It was great.
Oh, some of the things when I remember this, we were probably about a quarter of the way off the floor, so we had great sight lines for us. We weren't up in the nosebleeds getting contact highs from all the pot. And that happened on Rush and the moving pictures for me.
Yeah.
But here, some of the things I'll give you this. I found the set list. All right. The intro tape was Ides of March, which we know. First song, and this is a killer set. Rothschild.
All right.
Killers. Another Life. Then we slow it down with Remember Tomorrow. Then we hit him hard again. Running Free, Murders in the Rue Morgue, Phantom of the Opera, Iron Maiden, and an encore. Do you remember the encore? I mean, this was 43 years ago, but
yeah, I'm gonna say no. I don't remember the encore, but
it's an obscure one too. Starts with a D.
With a D?
A D.
I can't remember it.
Drifter.
Isn't
There kind of a police thing in there? Something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember him getting the crowd to do that.
Yeah. And one of the things I remember about Paul Dianno is when he was trying to, I'm not a singer or anything like that, but when he was trying to sing something and make it last a little bit longer, his head would shake. You remember that?
Yeah, when he was doing vibrato with his voice.
Yeah,
he had the only way he could do it was shaking his entire head.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. It's like, oh, Joe, this guy's struggling. And another thing I remember, Steve Harris was definitely Steve and Paul were the leaders of the band for sure, because Steve Harris was running around and always had the foot up there and doing his posing and playing. He was definitely the leader. And it's weird because of a heavy metal band, usually your guitar players are your superstars. They're the flashy ones, your Eddie Van Halens or whoever. But yeah, they were kind of in the background a little bit.
Yeah, they've always been like that. They're more subdued. They're just playing their guitars.
But between the two of them, I remember Dave Murray just blowing me away. Like, oh my God, this guy. I mean, Adrian's good, but Dave Murray just blew him up. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
How good
every time I've seen Maiden, Dave Murray he is so smooth. It's just, he blows me away every time.
Yeah, and he's not trying to be flashy. And when he's playing, he's always got a smile on his face, some kind of grin, like,
yeah,
this is bloody fun.
I'm having fun doing this.
Yeah, what a concept! Fun at a rock concert, huh?
Who'd have thunk?
Yeah, and I remember being impressed by Clive Burr. Like, this guy's great. Which was bizarre in the next tour. Well, next tour he was still there, but when he left, I'm like, wow, why was he leaving? This guy was great. I forgot why he left. But maybe...
I think his health.
Was that a health thing?
He started... didn't he have ALS or something?
Later on, but maybe it started back then. Maybe that's when it started. But
I remember watching him play and his legs flying up a lot.
Okay.
As he's hitting... He's hitting cymbals, like his leg flies up. It was kind of funny to watch.
Oh, maybe, is he doing it just because he's tall? I don't know if he's tall, but he seemed like...
I don't know if he's just getting some momentum for hitting the cymbals or what. I don't know, but it just kind of looked a little bit funny.
But he's a big part of that Maiden sound back then. I mean, because Nico McBrain's a great drummer, but he's more of not a flashy drummer. He's more in the pocket, and he's holding it down. Clive Burr is a little more theatrical,
a little loosey-goosey.
Yeah, more swing to it, maybe. I don't know, because their songs were shorter. To me,
a little bit,
a lot shorter.
Yeah, they didn't have all the epics like the Rime of the Ancient Mariner, things like that.
Yeah, which I wish they would kind of go, bring it in a little bit. We don't have to start every song with a bass solo and a nice slow intro for 3 minutes before we get this. Get to the freaking song. Bang, bang it out. They got it in them.
That's Iron Maiden for you.
Yeah. I mean, they don't need to listen to me. I mean, they're one of the biggest bands on the planet. But back then, they were a force. I mean, Dianno brought the punk vibe. Is he a great singer? No, but it worked within the band. Bruce is a better singer.
It's definitely, there's it's a total change in the band sound when they changed over to Bruce.
Yeah.
But, it's kind of like Van Halen versus Van Hagar.
It's pretty much, this is
totally
different.
Totally different band.
Yeah.
But they both fit.
Yeah.
I mean, Paul Dianno fit the band.
Yeah, and I think Paul quit pretty much after they're maybe 6 months later. I think he just got burnt.
I think he was fired because he was having a lot of vocal problems.
Yeah, I think alcohol problems too.
Yeah, and Iron Maiden was just starting to hit their stride. I mean, their next album, Number of the Beast, blew up, and they've been a worldwide band since. So
right, but it'd have been nice to see him hang in there with Paul. We were disappointed. I remember, and I know we're skipping over Judas. Judas Priest was great too, and I remember in our minds, Iron Maiden blew them away. Even though Priest was great, I just thought Iron Maiden. We were, I don't know.
Well, we were more Maiden fans than Judas Priest fans.
We were Maiden nut swingers before there were Maiden nut swingers. So I remember going back to school and bragging, "Oh, they blew them off the stage," and a lot of people disagreed with us, but they liked Maiden, but they were all Priest fans.
Yeah,
it was weird that Priest had that big stronghold, but in other parts of the country, they were small.
Yeah, that was 43 years ago. Whew.
Man.
I think next one of these we should do is Def Leppard opening for Blackfoot.
Oh, yeah, that's some good memories there. This was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it out there. I mean, we're trying to rack our brains. We're trying to remember what it felt like. Just remember, we've always loved going to shows because we always feel great after a show. You get to you get to scream and yell, jump up and down. I still get that feeling today. You leave a show, you feel better. That's what music's for.
Your back feels better. Your knees feel a little better. Hopefully you got to sit down during the show.
Oh, man, nowadays if I'm standing at the whiskey, my feet hurt and knees hurt the next day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Times have changed. Ooh. We used to headbang at shows. Not anymore. No.
Oh, man. I remember being at we saw Iron Maiden a few years later. We had like third row seats. And I remember my neck hurt the next day so bad. I could barely move.
Yeah, what were we thinking?
But our seats were right in front of Dave Murray.
Yeah,
it was great.
We were fools. Yeah, but it was great. It was worth it.
Yeah. We survived.
Yeah, we did. And on that note, let's go to a commercial break and come back with, let's play 6 and 30.
For it is a human number. Its number is 6.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Time for a bit we call 6 and 30, where we put together 6 5-second clips to total 30 seconds of songs that have a certain theme. And usually we try to make them a little difficult. Sometimes they're too easy, sometimes way too hard. But they always have a theme along with them. And the point is to guess the name of the bands that we play. So we are recording this on November 5th, which is Election Day here in the U.S., and my theme is all election-related songs.
Ooh.
So, vote, president, election, whatever. I'm just happy this election is over. I'm glad it's November 5th. I'm glad it's done. I don't have to see another election commercial for another, I guess 2 years, but
oh my God, I stream a lot of stuff now. Every time there's a break, because I pay for the commercials because I'm a cheap ass. I am so sick of the commercials. Oh
man,
I don't even care. Guess what, people? Your life is not going to change. Who gives a crap?
All the fear mongering. You're gonna die unless you vote for
one way.
So anyway,
go ahead. Whatever.
Anyway, your task, if you choose to accept it, is to listen to this 6 and 30. That is all election-related songs.
Okay, so everybody out there, play along with me. Let's see if we can go 6 for 6 together. Here we go. Holy smokes. This is some hard
All
one.
over the place, huh?
Yeah, I mean, some of those I've never heard before in my life, but the voice was familiar, but I couldn't. Like, who the hell is
there's
that?
one I would not get.
Yeah,
But
there's like 3 or I'm not going to get here.
Okay.
So let's play this again, see if we can do a little bit better here. All right, here we go.
All right.
Oh, I'm going to suck eggs at this.
Oh, man.
All right. Number 1. That is Extreme.
That's correct. The song is When I'm President.
Okay. Number 2 is Van Halen.
That's right.
Oh,
So
and
far, the same singer. That song was called Ballad of the Bullet off of Van Halen 3.
all right. Now,
Now,
here's where it gets freaking hard.
this one shouldn't have been too bad.
The voice, I know the voice, and I'm sure I know the band, but I don't have a freaking clue. Kansas.
Oh, you're close. This band had like 20 top 10 hits.
20 top 10 hits. It's
Huge in the 70s and early 80s. Huge. You were close with Kansas.
REO Speedwagon?
No, that was Chicago. Song called Vote For Me off of Chicago 11.
Yeah, I've never heard that in my life.
All right.
All right, the next one, I have no idea either.
That's a hard one.
Oh, let's see. Candlebox.
No, a little bit harder than that. That was a song called Vote of No Confidence by Primal Fear.
Whoa. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd have never
that
got
was a hard one.
All right, and the next one was Weird.
Yeah, this is a kind of a new wave band.
Yeah, I got that. The voice was familiar, but I'm sure it's a band I know, but I don't know that
You've
song.
heard of them.
I don't know.
You've heard of them for sure.
Flock of Seagulls.
Oh, not too far off. That was Psychedelic Furs.
Yeah. Damn it. All right, so I've got 2. The last one I believe is Hurt Smile.
That is correct. Yeah, I didn't know if you'd get that, but I just now realized I used 3 Gary Sharon vocals on that.
Yeah.
Hadn't even thought of that until just now.
You're on a Gary Sharon kick. And those are the only
Apparent-
3 I got. That was pretty hard.
Yeah.
So I think you're going to kick my butt this week. Okay. What I did was, in a future episode, I'm going to talk about a band I kind of discovered opening for another band. And it got me in the mood of power pop. So these are all power pop bands. Some are big, some are not, but very familiar. So
Oh, man. Okay.
power pop.
Let's listen.
you might go 6 for 6.
Wow. Oh, Jesus. 4 and 5, I'm not too sure about. I have guesses for the others, but I'm not. I know 2 of them.
Okay.
Let's try this again.
Alrighty. All right. Power pop.
Okay. All right. I'm not positive about most of these, but I think it was the first one, the Romantics.
Correct.
Okay. The next one I know is American Hi-Fi.
Correct.
I love those guys.
Currently opening for the Marvelous 3, correct?
Damn, if I could go to that show.
Well,
I know they just played in Atlanta last weekend.
Yeah, but they're also playing Boston, New York, and some other place. And Chicago. But the New York show sold out, so maybe next year. They keep expanding, maybe. All right.
Maybe they'll do Philly.
All right, there you go.
All right. I think the next one, is that Badfinger?
3 for 3, sir.
Oof.
Baby Blue.
All right. I know the next song, but I cannot remember who did that.
Yeah, it's a one-hit wonder.
Is that Sum 41?
Nope, that's Harvey Danger.
Oh, dang it.
I know, I love that song too. Flagpole Sitta.
Yeah, I love that song too. All right. Is the next one The Knack?
You would be correct, sir. Lucinda off the Get the Knack album. So
I like that song.
You are 4 for 5.
I'm going to be 5 for 6 because that's definitely SR-71.
You are 5 for 6, correct.
Woo! I love that song, Axl Rose.
It's great, isn't it? They also did 1985, which was covered by Bowling for Soup. And if you listen to Bowling for Soup and SR-71, they sound very similar.
Oh, yeah. A lot of those bands did. I used to give my daughter a hard time about Fall Out Boy. And a lot of the other bands of that time, I was like, oh, I like that Fall Out Boy song. It's not Fall Out Boy, Dad. Not even close. It doesn't sound anything like it. So I go back to my dad saying, that's all just noise.
Yeah.
Come on, Dad. It's Iron Maiden. It's not noise. It's noise.
Get off my lawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I sent you a couple videos. I emailed you a couple videos of some new discoveries for me. They're in that power pop vein. Oh my God. I was like, and we'll talk about one of the bands later, but another one, one of the bands, I was watching a show, Sea of Tranquility on YouTube, and one of the guys in the UK connection brings up a band called Jackdaw 4. I'm like, who the hell is that?
That sounds stupid. I hate them.
Yeah, so I listened to them like, good God, these guys must have loved Jellyfish because it's a lot like Jellyfish.
Really?
Combined
I haven't
with...
listened to them. I haven't watched those videos you sent.
Yeah, it sounds like Jelly. If they're fans of Jellyfish, the Beatles, 10cc, bands like that.
Okay.
They're right up your alley. And the lyrics are really intelligent and smart. It was this band like 2003 to 2013 in England. Didn't sell anything. The leader of this band was in the Wild Hearts for like a cup of coffee, a millisecond.
Yeah.
And this guy is a freaking genius. These songs are amazing. I'm like, nobody's ever heard of this stuff. And it's a lot
I'm going to have to go listen to that.
And it's a lot like Jellyfish. In fact, I'm going to be sending you all 4 of their albums tonight. Along with the other band that I saw open for ELO. I'm like, where were these guys? I'm like, there's a band called Rooney. I'm like, I heard of them, but and this song,
Who is it?
Rooney. They're named after the character Ed Rooney.
Okay.
From what was that movie with Matthew Broderick? I forget. Anyway, I will talk about them a little bit in the next episode.
All right.
So anyway, Danny kicked my butt in 6 and 30, and I conquered him in rapid fire. So it's a push.
All right. Well, We'll just divide the money equally.
Equally, and then we'll roll it over and put it into savings bonds or whatever.
Yeah, savings bonds for the future.
Yeah. Does anybody buy savings bonds anymore? My dad bought them 20-some years ago, and we're still trying to get the money back from them.
Yeah, I think the interest rate you get on those is nothing.
Yeah.
So
he must have thought it was wartime. So I don't know.
Apparently.
Yeah, they
buy war bonds.
Yeah, they didn't make any money. So anyway.
No.
All right. On that happy note, we'll see you in a couple weeks. Thanks for listening. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your grandma. Listen to the show. All right.
That's right.
Take
Bye.
Bye.